It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
In the criminal justice system, sexually-based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
Part 1 on how I got my best friend husband having sex with her dog. So one day, my best friend had called me and asked me did I want to go out to eat with her. So I was like, yeah, cool, we could go out to eat or whatever. So she was like, meet me at my house or whatever.
Hint, I am a bird that circles and circles that circle.
My bad, I'm at work, so I got interrupted. But so she was like, meet her at her house or whatever. So I meet her at her house. I was sitting on the couch and she was getting ready, finishing up getting ready or whatever so that we could leave. In the midst of that, her husband kept walking back and forth, like pacing back and forth as if he was ready for us to go. Like he was aggravated, he was getting agitated and stuff like that. And was like, well, what time y'all supposed to be leaving or whatever? And she was like, we about to get ready to leave right now. So, excuse me. So, after that, we get ready to go. So we leave or whatever, and we end up going to Longhorn. That's the restaurant that we chose to go to. We goes to Longhorn. We sitting there, we just catching up on old times. We just talking and stuff. It had like 30 minutes had passed by or whatever. We are waiting on our food and stuff. They finally bring out our appetizers and stuff. So her phone started ringing. It was her husband calling or whatever. So he was just calling and trying to see had we made it to the restaurant or whatever, and and how long we was going to be there. She had told him that we sat down, we've been waiting for our food, we still haven't got our food yet. So he like, oh, okay, cool, take your time, you don't have to rush or whatever. Mind you, she talking to him on speaker, so she got him on speaker, and I hear her dog like whining in the background or whatever, and she not saying nothing about it, but it was aggravating because I'm like, is your dog hungry or something? Like, you need to tell him to feed the dog or something. Like, you don't hear your dog whining in the background. So she was like, okay, and feed the dog or whatever, because she sounds like she hungry, and you just sitting there letting her cry or whatever. So he was like, she'll be all right. I'm about to feed her. I'm actually about to take her for a walk. So she like, okay, cool. Well, I'll just call you later. Our food about to get ready to come out. So he like, okay. Like I said the first time, take y'all time. Y'all don't have to rush or whatever. So she like, okay, love you. Talk to you later or whatever. So she like, okay, she hang up. So we go back to talking and stuff. Food had done came out. We taste testing the food and stuff. In the midst of the taste testing, we had got something that we didn't like. So we asked the waiter, was it okay if we send it back and order something different? And she didn't have a problem with that. She took it back and we ordered something different. So like an hour and 30 minutes had done passed by now. She gets a location request. Like her husband started requesting her location for her to share her location with him or whatever. So she was like, that's weird. Why you want to know my location? I just told him that we came to Longhorn or whatever. She still didn't think nothing of it, so she ended up sharing her location with him. as we sitting there still talking or whatever, we had done finished eating. We just sitting there like, you know, letting the food digest so that we don't get up too fast or whatever. We was full and we were just still talking. She ended up getting a call again or whatever. So it was from her husband again. He was like, oh, are y'all still at the restaurant? What are you doing? And this and that. And she was like, yeah, we still here. We're about to get up and get ready to go right now. We're about to leave right now, whatever. He asked her, can she stop by Walmart to grab the dog some more food, and told her that he think the dog had started her period, so that can she grab some of the dog period pads or whatever and stuff like that. And she was like, it was weird because how did her dog start period and she's a baby? But okay, like I said, she still didn't think nothing of it. So we go to Walmart and she grabbed the dog food and the dog pads, and she actually grabbed extra stuff that she think the dog would have needed or whatever. So we're rushing to the house to see what's going on with the dog. And I'm telling her, I'm like, it was a reason the dog was crying. Oh, she done started her period or whatever. So we get to the house. As we walking up on the door, the dog is whining. But this time it's not like whining for hunger. It's like a human crying, like type crying out for help or something like that. So we go in the house. There is blood droplets all over the house and this and that, but the dog wasn't acting normal or whatever. So she was asking, like, did this happen like after you took her on a walk? Did she get a hold of another dog outside when you took her for a walk? And he was like, oh, you know what, I did let her run off on the leash, like, you know, run around at the doggy park off the leash. Maybe she could have came in connection with another dog or whatever. He was like, but I don't really know or whatever because I walked off and I was on the phone with you, this and that, so I wouldn't know if she connected with another dog. So she like, okay, cool, I'm gonna take her to a veterinarian to get checked or whatever. So when she said that, he had this crazy kind of look on his face, like, oh no, you don't need to. And he was like, you don't need to take her to a veterinarian. I just told you what to do. Just get me the dog pads and all that, and I clean her up. I clean the house up with the blood and da 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 da. So she like, okay, cool. Still not thinking nothing. She told me to sit on the couch, and she's going to change her clothes from when we had just came from out to eat. She had on heels and stuff. So she goes in the bathroom. When she goes in the bathroom, she finds a pile of towels, and a pair of his shorts that had blood on it or whatever. But she didn't say nothing to him. She came to me and was like, oh my God, my dog has been bleeding really bad, like on towels, on his shorts. It's like blood everywhere in my bathroom. Do you think I should take my dog to the vet? So I was like, yes, take the dog to the vet. Like, she's whining, like she's crying, like, you know, something is wrong with her. We need to see what's wrong with her. Like, that's not normal. If you never heard her like whine or cry like that, like, take her to the vet. Like, something could really be wrong, especially her being a puppy and she's having a period already. That's crazy. Whatever. So she was just she went back and told her husband, like, hey, I'm just gonna take her to the vet and to get her checked, just to be on the safe side or whatever. And he instantly got aggressive with her, and started yelling out of anger, like, no, you're not taking her to the vet. I'm gonna figure this out and whatever. You just want to spend money and this and that. 61. Sorry, y'all. yeah, he got angry out of nowhere, like, and she was like, he's acting weird, like, he never act like that when I said I'm gonna take the dog to the vet or whatever. Still not thinking nothing of it. So the next day, okay, so where I left off was, it became the next day. My friend called me and was like, can I come to her house or whatever? I go to her house. When I go to her house, her husband is gone, so it's just me and her and the dog. She was like, my dog cried all night. I didn't know what to do or whatever. She was like, the dog ended up going to sleep. But in the midst of that, she was like, they had done, like, laid down. Her and her husband laid down. She was trying to have sex with him, and he did not want her touching him at all. Like, she was like, that was weird because he liked to have sex. So, yeah, she said she kept touching on him and stuff like that, and he would move her hand and tell her, like, no, I'm good, I don't want to have sex, I just want to go to sleep or whatever. So she was like, it was weird to her. It was stuck in her head, like, overnight, like she couldn't really sleep. She kept tossing and turning, whatever the case may be. So she called me over there and she was asking me, like, what do I think? Do I think he's cheating or something? And I was like, well, I can't really say because I'm just somebody from the outside looking in. I don't know, like, in reality, I don't know, like, how he act when he's cheating or whatever. So I can't really say. I didn't really want to put my input in on that or whatever. So other than that, I went to ask her, like, okay, how's the dog doing? Is she okay? Is she still bleeding? Or what the case may be. She was like, yes, she's still bleeding. She have on her doggy pads or whatever. So I'm like, well, since he's not here, do you want me to take you to the vet? She was like, yeah, matter of fact, that's a good idea. Let's go to the vet. So we take the dog to the vet or whatever. The dog is getting checked, this and that. So they tested the dog for all different kind of stuff. I don't really know what kind of test they give dogs, but they tested the dog for all different kind of stuff. The results had came back, and the veterinarian was like, there's no way that she is supposed to be having a period right now at this age. She's only a baby. And it looked like something other than another dog part was stuck in her. So he was like, it could have been like a broomstick or a mop or something like that. Like something out of the ordinary was stuck in his dog that wasn't supposed to be, attached to this dog or whatever. So in her mind, she just went to thinking like, oh, he tried to kill the dog because the dog kept crying. That was his way of trying to make the dog be quiet or whatever. But we still didn't know. So we just coming up with our own assumptions or whatever, trying to make up whatever we think he did to the dog. So we leave, we get back in the car, and she called him, and she was like, tell me, what did you really do to my dog? She was like, tell me, what did you really do to my dog? Or I'm going to call the police for animal cruelty. They said you stuck something in my dog or whatever, and I want to know. So he was like, what you mean? And who said, didn't I tell you not to take the dog to the vet, that we was going to handle it? She slept all through the night, so you didn't even have to take her to the vet or whatever. So he instantly got mad again. Like, you don't listen. You're going against my rules. I'm the husband. You listen and you do what I tell you to do, this and that. You always got your friends in your ear, da 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 da. Like, I don't know what I be talking about. So he just went to, talking out of ordinary or whatever. So she ended up asking him, like, okay, well, last night, why you didn't want me to, why didn't you want to have sex, or whatever. And he just flipped out. What you think, I'm cheating? What you think, I'm doing something? Da 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 da. So she was like, she just gonna leave it alone. She hung up in his face. When she hung up in his face, we go back to the house or whatever. when we go back to the house, he's at the house. He at the house and he's acting like he was washing, doing laundry or whatever. And she goes in the room, and when she goes in the room, in her bed, like he had done took the sheets and the covers and stuff off the bed so that he can wash. And when she goes in the room, there was a big blood spot on the bed, but on his side of the bed. So she asked him, she was like, where did this blood come from that's in the bed? So he was like, oh, when she started having her period or whatever, I picked her up and put it on the bed, and I didn't think nothing of it or whatever. And so she was like, well, you slept in that last night because you didn't wash the sheets or the blankets yesterday or whatever. So in the midst of that, now she go to thinking, y'all. She finally go to thinking. She was like, something not adding up. For one, it was a pile of towels. You had blood stains on your shorts, on your clothing, and my dog not supposed to be bleeding. And now here you go, I find a blood stain on your side of the bed. What's really going on? He's looking at her crazy, like she still didn't say nothing about him doing, SN the dog or having sex with the dog. No, nothing. He just looking at her blowed, like as if she knows something or whatever. Y'all. He was like, I'm sorry. I just had to do it. You wasn't here. So she was like, you had to do what? What are you talking about? He was like, I did it. She was like, you did what? What did you do? Tell me, what did you do? Y'all, it's so sick to even say. Like, he told her that he put his private part in the dog, but he only stuck it in there one time. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I bust out in tears, but I instantly got sick to my stomach and started throwing up. I'm like, what the freak did he just say? Which y'all know what I really said. I'm like, did he really just say what I think he just said? She broke down to her knees, yelling, why, like telling him to get out and stuff like that. I'm telling her, it's not just get out. We're going to call the police. That is animal cruelty. That is disgusting. We end up calling the police. And when the police came, they started doing the investigation. They started getting blood samples from him, from the clothing, from the dog, everything. All the blood matched. Come to find out, you guys, guess what? Even on his private part was still some of the dog blood that he did not clean off. And that was the reason why he didn't want her touching him that night. Like, disgusting. So the police doing the investigation and all that. They also did the blood samples and stuff like that. Yes, everything came back a match. Yes, he did get arrested. Yes, he's still in jail. On part 3, I would add his name, his booking picture, and that stuff where y'all can see his charges. Yes, he is in jail. So come back for part 3 so that I can show y'all all the information, the dog records, the police report, all that stuff, his mug shot, who y'all can see who he is, this and that. A lot of people ask, was the dog okay? Yes, she's okay. She had to get surgery because her anal part was open wide, like it was split. So she had to get surgery. But yes, she's doing much better now. Another question was, is he black? Yes, he was black. Another question you guys had was, did they have kids together? Yes, they have 2 kids together, but the kids live with their grandparents. So the kids wasn't at the house or wasn't around him. Y'all also asked, did she divorce him? They are in the midst of getting a divorce. What else did you guys ask? If he's in jail? Yes, he's in jail. This happened 2 months ago. He actually have a court date coming up. He also violated probation, so most likely he'll be going to prison. So, I will keep you guys updated on that also. Some of his family members was under my post saying that if I post a picture of him or post his name or whatever, that they would try to sue me. But I don't care about none of that. Jail records is public records. So I will post a picture of the dog, which is, her name is Lady. I will post that on my page, and I will post his mugshot and his charges also on my page. So you guys stay tuned for that. I'm going to post it. I don't care about them saying that they're going to sue me, because all of that is public records. They're just going to have to do what they have to do. He's nasty. You guys are taking up for him. I just pray that this doesn't happen to y'all, and then y'all understand. So yeah, guys, stay tuned, okay? Thank you.
What to do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional. Yes, we staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my player partner, Lucky Wizard Deals. Keeps you lit. Like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section. Hit the link below. We got HiveMindLabs.com where you can unbig that back. All right, we got Opulence Scents where you get you a 3-wick candle. Man, this story is kind of crazy, man. I don't know whether to believe it or not, because she says it's true. She never showed the pictures. It's been almost a month now. No pictures, no arrests. I even looked up on, like, I found kind of based on her content where they at in Florida. I see no arrests, nothing on the news about it. Just nothing. There's nothing. We don't know the man's name. I don't know if I can look up, you know, other than it being on the news. I'm pretty sure, like, it's a bunch of arrests this year, which is crazy, of people committing crimes against dogs, even having sex with dogs in Florida, like, in the last couple months. It's absolutely insane. And the last person that did, I don't think that this was the person, because it just don't, I mean, unless the man is from Guatemala. Why would she marry a man from Guatemala? If that's him, then yeah, that's him. But you know, the Spanish guys, they do be overbearing. But he was trying to be overbearing because he was actually trying to sleep with the dog, which is crazy. So I don't think it's him. But yeah, glad the dog is doing better, but that is so crazy. And somebody said in the comments, like, men are sleep with anything. No, absolutely not. Now, you know, we slept with some ugly women. We slept with some, you know, overweight women, or too skinny women, or, you know, crackheads, little people. What else? I mean, I'm not saying all these people are bad. I'm just saying we sleep with anything. But not just anything. Like, all men don't just sleep with anything. I'm just saying we've slept with everything, but not just anything. You know, that's where I'm getting at. So none of those people are bad, like being overweight or being a little person. But I'm just saying it don't matter. Crackhead, it don't matter. Men have slept with all these things, but men don't particularly go for animals. Those people have something psychologically wrong in their head to make them abuse an animal. In fact, there's certain things that people do that makes you psychologically, you're not mentally fit to even be doing some things like this. But you know, we just can't put the mental health stigma on everything, every stupid thing a person does, because people do some stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? So while we think about, you know, what has transpired, I think the friend was kind of slow and naive. But I don't think she was slow and naive too much. I just think that, like, she didn't want to actually believe that that was actually happening. Like, he would essay the dog. Like, I don't think she wanted to be like, oh, you sleeping with the dog? Like, that's her husband. Like, you know. And you know, just I think she wanted to believe, like, that something was wrong with the dog, and it wasn't that. And nobody does. Like, even in families where somebody be like, oh, so and so is acting different, and then you come to find out that person has probably been, you know, tampered with by an adult in the family, and then everybody wants to be like, you know, oh no, that's not, that couldn't happen. You know, no, that's not it. But in real life, that's what be happening. That's what be happening. And then, you know, nobody wants to believe it because it just sounds so crazy. Like, no, he's in love with his wife and he loves that kid. And no, they be doing the worst. So, you know, like I said, man, those people are just mentally unstable. It's something sexually wrong with that person. Like, that person can't control their sexual thoughts. Like, to find a puppy attractive is crazy. Like, to where it's hard to even think about. To get aroused by an animal, it's just, like, like when you a kid and you see, like, you watching cartoons, and when we started watching, what was it, Adult Swim, was it? When they started sexualizing cartoon characters and stuff like that, and you were like, that bunny got some tits on her, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, we wasn't, the people who was creating the cartoons was doing it, and they was putting it in our face. Now, but that never made me want to go sleep with a rabbit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was never like, I think psychologically, people who think that way, they have something going on that I can't understand, because I can't diagnose it, but I'm saying I think that's where it starts. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Look, I'll just say this. I've heard this: smoking weed with the homies make you do stuff you don't want to do. So, I'm just saying. I mean, as a grown man, you shouldn't be smoking with other people anyway. But if the homie asks you to come over and smoke, everyday people, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, and holler at you later. Peace.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as fast as 1 week.